Hello everyone, John here again. Welcome along to another video. Today we're going to have a look at the Brian May solo Killer Queen. It's a really good one, and I am going to show you the chords as well as at the end, because there's no point kind of learning these solos. If you want to jam them with someone, you really want to know the chords, and so you can you know either play the chords for yourself or got someone else to play them for you. So I hope that helps. I'll show you that at the end. So let's go through the solo. It's a really good one. I'm using Guitar Rig to get this Brian May sound here. So here we go. So here's the first lick. So this one, you're bending the 12th fret on the G up and then kill it with your right hand and then re-hit it. And a bit of vibrato when you re-pick it. And then let it down to 12, re-pick again. Then you're going to slide 10 on the G back to 9, finish on 12 on the D here. So far we've got... Next phrase is this. That's nice, isn't it? 10 to 11 on the B. 12 on the G, back to that 10 again on the B, and do the same as you did before. 10 on the G, slide back to 9, back to 12. So far. Then we have this nice bend for the phrase number 3. Kind of similar idea. So this is 10 on the G. Bend up a pre-bend, so bend it up first, then pick the note, let it down. 8 on the B. And then it's 8 on the G, but you slide back to 7, finish on 10, okay, on the D. So then the last little phrase of this section is, so that's 8 on the B, 8 on the G, 10, then a hammer on 8 to 10, pull off to 8. Alright. Well, that's my mistake. 8, 7 to 8, and then 10 on the D. Let me just go through that. Alright. So after the 10, hammer on to 7, to 8, and then finish on 10 there. So far we've got this. At the end we've got this. That's the 8th fret on the A. And slide off. Now we're into the second part of the solo. This is really nice. It goes like this. Now this is 17 on the D and 17 on the G. Alright, and then you're going to 15 on the G here. So we've got... And then you're going to bend this note. Now I do it with this finger. I'm really bending that to the 17th fret, and then I'll finish on the 17 on the D again. So you could bend it, you could do this if you find that a bit easier, you know, with 2 fingers, but it's a bit more fiddly because you've got to move. So I'm doing this. And then we have this section. So that's 16, twice, hammer on 15 to 16, back off to 15. Finish on 17 on the G. All right, so far that sounds like this. Then we have the kind of same thing again. Okay, but this time we do this little ascending thing. This is cool. So this is 15, pull off to 12. So you're hitting that twice, that 15. To 12, 13, pull off to 12. So, and then you're moving up 15 to 13, and then 16 to 15. So, let me do that again slow. One more. 18 to 16. Then we've got this section, a little bend. So you're bending 18 up to 20. Bit of vibrato, let down. Pick again. Then we have this staccato section. So this is 16, 18 on the B, 15 to 16 on the high E. All right, and then 18 to 16. Then we have 16, 18 on the B. So 16, that's on the G. And then 16 slide back to 15. So we've got this so far. Next bit. That's 17. That's really 7 because the last phrase finishes here, so that's 17. So that's 17 on the G, 16 on the B, and then bend up 18 on the B. Twice, and then let it down. So if I go from this bit. Now when the chords stop, it does this. So this is one of those bends. It's 18 on the B, and then you're catching with your little finger 18 on the high E, and then you're bending up at twice that 18 on the B, and then when it's up, bend it one more time to 1 fret higher. With a bit of vibrato. That's a bit tricky. It might go a bit like this at first, or something like that. Just take your time with that bend, just 1 fret higher. And especially with the vibrato, it's a bit tricky. So if I go from the last kind of bit. Right, there we are. That was the solo. Let's have a look at the chords, which are really good if you want to jam with someone. So this starts on A minor, so it's really good if you can think of the solo. All right, so it's an A minor, and I'm kind of doing this muted strum here, and it's just 2 strums, so it's A minor, D minor, and same again. All right, then it goes to G7 to C minor. And then that bit on the lead guitar is going, this chord is an E flat with an F over the top. So you do that twice, all right? So far you've got, sorry, I'll do that again. All right, so that's a little first section. Now when he goes up to the 15th fret for the solo, the chords, they do this. So it's So the chords for that bit, again, if you can think of the solo, so it's C minor, so it's 4 on the C minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, B flat for 2, same again. But instead of going back to the C minor, this time you go to E flat. Alright, so so it's 2 on the E flat, B flat 7. Alright, now we have E flat 7, A flat 7. Alright, so we've got A minor now after the A flat 7, E flat again to B7, and then you finish with that kind of strumming little thing on the B flat. Alright, so and that's the chords. Well, I hope you enjoyed that one. Please remember to subscribe if you've got any questions or requests. Doesn't have to be song lessons, could be you know, other lessons too. Send me an email or write in the comments below. Okay, see you next time.